We're putting the band back together.
The numbers all go to 11.
I'm talking about bands that rock. Led Zeppelin. What about Sabbath? AC/DC? Motorhead.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it?
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
I get up off the ground and raise my head. Days like this, think I should be dead. One for Satan, two for me. Let's cheat the devil, it's fun, don't you agree?
Welcome to the Nothing Shocking Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeff Untied, and with me in Dog Bowl Studios is
Coach Nez.
You can find the Nothing Shocking Podcast on Libsyn or any podcatchers. Like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter at NoShockPod.
You can also find the Nothing Shocking Podcast on Rock Rage Radio every Tuesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Our sponsor is Ragged Records, located in downtown Rock Island, Illinois, soon to be coming back to downtown Davenport, Iowa. We would like to thank the Hong Kong Sleepover for letting us use their music for our intro and bumper ending. Tonight's guest is
Angelo Moore
of Fishbone,
Dr. Mad Vibe,
and The Brand New Step.
Brand New Step, yeah, that's we talked a little bit about his new project, The Brand New Step. He's got a couple of singles out on his website.
Yep, it's a very entertaining interview.
Yeah.
So let's get right to it.
All right, let's go.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello?
Angelo, it's Eric Nesbitt with the Nothing Shocking Podcast.
Eric Nesbitt, what's up, man?
Hey, Angelo, welcome to the Nothing Shocking Podcast. I would like you to introduce you to my co-host, Jeff Untied.
Nothing shocking.
Yeah, hey, Angelo, good to talk to you tonight.
What's up, dude? Nothing shocking podcast. Okay, I like it.
Well, yeah. you know where the name comes from. Yeah, you're a part of that whole movement, right?
Well, yeah, because nothing is shocking damn near anymore.
Well, hey, we want to thank you for agreeing to do this with us and your correspondence this afternoon. Thank you so much. And let's get right into this. Right now you are working in the Brand New Step. Can you talk a little bit more about the happenings with the band right now during the COVID-19 lockdown?
Well, okay. The Brand New Step, Angelo Moore and the Brand New Step. We haven't been playing live, but we've been making music.
Yeah.
We released a single called Rebellion, and it's got Del Homo Sapien on there. He's guest rapping on there, and shit, man. That's about it. We got other stuff in the works.
Nice. Definitely
got other stuff in the works for the Brand New Step, but we're always working on music over there.
Oh, absolutely.
Got a good couple things. We got to. Actually, I did the first on my show. I got an internet show called The Mirror of What, and it's the first. It was the first triage I did of all my Brand New Step videos. I showed all my Brand New Step videos. We got like about 7 or 8 videos, man. So that's the way it was for the first 4 or 5 weeks on my internet show.
Nice.
You joined forces with Hash from Thievery Corporation and Claude Coleman from Ween to create the Brand New Step. Can you talk a little bit more about the formation of the band, of its origins, and how did it all come about? And then, as that being said, too, how does the collaboration work with the rest of you and the rest of your bandmates?
You mean how does the collaboration work with the rest of the bandmates in the Brand New Step?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's Chris Jensen and there's Jim Greer. And Chris Jensen is the founder, and he plays guitar. And then there's Jim Greer. He's the handyman keyboard studio producer guy. And then we got Claude Coleman who collaborates with us a lot on drums. Right, he's from Ween, right. And then we got, like you said, Hashish, who plays the bass with Thievery Corporation. Now, inside of San Francisco, like the Bay Area, there's Hassan, who plays drums with us a lot. So when Claude ain't there, Hassan's usually playing drums, and we've had Hassan from the Coup, and then JJ, who plays bass with the Coup, fits in with us a lot. Oh God, what's this other guy's name? Actually, it gets to be a revolving door of people.
Yeah.
Butterscotch collaborated with us. Is that what you guys are looking for?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Yeah, that's it.
That works too.
That's it. You know, sometimes I catch the train up from Los Angeles to San Francisco, right? And I'll stay up there for a weekend with my aunt over in Emeryville, and then I'll go to Berkeley with Jim and Chris, and we'll just work on music, man. We just got a good thing going on with some dance music. It's a lot of dance going on, a lot of electronic components going on in the music. It's one of my more contemporary projects.
Yeah.
Brand new step.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We gotta say we're on our second album. You know, it's when I talk about it, it takes me a while to just remember certain stuff, you know, because during the virus, ain't nobody been really doing shit. We've all had to stay inside and do stuff inside. So there's no live entertainment and there's no going out anymore. And so when you ask me about music, one of the things one of the dimensions is there's two dimensions of music. One is live and the other one is under the microscope, which is in the studio or on TV or on the internet, right? So that whole dimension of live music has been wiped out, or maybe not wiped out, but just it's risky for people to get together, and it happens very little now.
Yeah.
So after I dig through that reality right there, then I think about, okay, what have we been doing in the studio apart from each other, which is unusual too, you know. So we've just been working on songs. We'll pass. It's almost like we'll just toss the song back and forth like some ping pong, man. I toss over there, they put a couple tracks down. They toss it back over here, I put a couple of tracks down. And toss it back over there, they toss it back. Next thing you know, we got a song done. And we've done like 3 songs like that since King Cavona's been rolling.
Yeah.
Now, as this evolves in recording from in different parts, from one person's home to another person's home, and you're emailing and Dropboxing things to one another, do you get kind of used to doing it that way, opposed to getting into a studio and all, doing it together? How do you like it?
Well, it gives you, there's nothing like being in the presence of another person when you're making music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you can feel the electricity, you can feel the vibes. If you never knew you missed it, you know it now. Especially with Zoom and shit like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, when you get to be by yourself as an artist, as a musician, especially, you get to go inward a lot.
Yeah, that kind of leads me to I was going to ask you about one of your newest singles. It was May of 2020. You released a song called Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's right. That was the last one.
That seemed like it had a lot of inward, a little trip time through LA. Is there any?
Yeah, that was a spoken word piece I've written in my first book, okay. Lost Assholes, California, and all the stuff after that, man. I just Chris Jensen wanted me to write something about Los Angeles, and I grew up here, so I ain't completely loving this shit over head over heels no more. So, but he's like, Angelo, I want you to write something heartfelt, man. Just write something heartfelt about Los Angeles. Write something good, and write something nice. And I'm just like, oh God, I hate LA. But there's a lot of stuff that there is to like about it too, because I grew up here. I got the majority of my style from LA, just my culture, the LA culture. So when I take away all the unfortunates, there's a lot of good stuff to think and write about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of take you in a different direction as far as Brand New Step goes. You being a part of obviously Fishbone and your solo stuff, how do you view Brand New Step? Is this a band for that's going to be for you in the long run here, or do you look at it more as a project? We know that artists are involved with many different things now because the industry is not what it used to be. Some artists have their mainstay, their main band, and they break off and they do a project here, and then they'll have an album here, and then the next album won't come out for 5 or 6 more years later, or what have you. But as far as Brand New Step goes for you, or works for you, I should say, how do you view it? Is it something that you're going to, hey, this is me for the long haul? I plan on the next 10 years,
Man, this is going to be for the next 10 years, dude.
Yeah. Nice.
You took the
Maybe
words right out of my
15
mouth.
or 20. That's why it's called a brand new step. I love Fishbone. I'll always be there. Just like you just said just a minute ago, it takes 5 years for a record to come out or some shit like that, right? Didn't you just say something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's what's happening with Fishbone. It's taking about 5 years for the next record to come out. I don't know why. That's the way it's happening. So in the meanwhile, I have been blessed to be able to have something like a brand new step, which is a different avenue to make your music. And every artist and musician needs one.
Yeah.
We all need to be able to have a different avenue or vein of creativity. You can't just play the same shit for the rest of your life. A lot of the times, that's what your fans and the people want you to do. They want you to play that same song you've been playing ever since junior high school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they get mad at you if you try to do some different shit.
Yeah.
They get mad at you to try to do some different shit. They want you to stay right there where you've been the whole time, looking just like that. And it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just arrested development is what it is, And so to be the best artist that you can be or musician you can be, you have to be able to expand and change and spread out and be able to have a brand new step or be able to acquire that missing link in your chain of life that got left somewhere back along the way, which is the name of one of my other projects called The Missing Links.
And that's what I don't understand about listeners and fanatics and fans. They don't understand evolution of sound with an artist. And I guess that frustrates me when I go to shows to see bands play. I want to hear them play their new stuff. I want to see, dig out dust off the old stuff that was locked up somewhere, and then you brought it out.
Played in 30 years.
Exactly. As far as for you on a frustration level, when you're performing and people are expecting you to play that stuff, the same stuff that they've always wanted you to play, and do you have a moment of frustration playing live when people are yelling, "Play this, play that"? Do you ever just want to tell people to shut up? We're going to play what we want to play.
I'm not like that, but I know Dirty Walt is. That's the trumpet player, Fishbone trumpet player, Dirty Walt.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like that. He'll be going, "Fuck you. We're gonna play what the fuck we want to play. We're gonna play what we got written right down here on this piece of paper." I understand what the people want when they say that, and I just go, there, shut up now and buy the record. And now we're going to go into this next song.
For our listeners that don't know, 2016, your brand new step had an album called Centuries of Heat.
Oh yeah, Centuries of Heat, man.
I was going to ask you about that one.
Centuries of Heat.
My favorite song, I think, is the last track. Now, Lady. Is there a story behind it?
Lady. Oh yeah, Lady. I couldn't see the forest for the trees lately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I remember I wrote that song when I was on my way to a session in San Francisco. No, actually, it was a brand new step session. But I gave the guy driving me the wrong directions. And so we ended up driving across the bridge, and we went to the wrong street. It was like a Berkeley in San Francisco, and then like a Berkeley in fucking Berkeley somewhere, like the street Berkeley. So it's just the street named Berkeley. One's in San Francisco, and another one is in actually Berkeley. And we went to the one in San Francisco instead of Berkeley. And we was driving around all day, man, and I was writing them lyrics.
Nice.
I can't see the forest for the trees. Save me. Oh, God. You know, good times, man. And so, fruit pie moments like that brought a song on, some lyrics.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
With all your years in Fishbone, your solo work with Dr. Mad Vibe, and now with Brand New Step, how do you balance all these professional endeavors? It's got to be not easy for you.
No, it's not. It's not, but it's the only thing that I know how to do at the moment. And I've been saying that ever since 1974. But it's another side of it that's really fun and gratifying, man, and that's the music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to be able to play the music and enjoy it and see people enjoy it and learn from it and benefit from it and everything else.
Well, fantastic. All right, so we're gonna kind of go. Oh, Jeff's got a question.
One more brand new steps. So, how does a live show for Brand New Step, when you were able to play, how does it differ from Fishbone or Dr. Mad Vibe?
Well, Brand New Step has. Sometimes we have tracks and samples going.
Okay.
Yeah, which is different for me. It's a different one. I'm not used to that. That's one element about the Brand New Step that I had to get used to at first. Now I know how to work it.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a new frontier. It was a brand new step. But I like it though because it's it's more R&B. Yeah. It's more on the R&B side. R&B and fusion. R&B and fusion genres, more or less.
Yeah, that's what I noticed, and I thought it was refreshing.
All right, so we're gonna take you down memory lane a little bit here, so hopefully you can remember.
Oh shit, here we go.
So, back in 1988, your saxophone skills were used on the "Idiot's Rule" by Jane's Addiction on the Nothing's Shocking album. That song arrangements were very unique. Can you talk a little bit more about the creative recording process for that song? Is there any stories behind the recording process of that song?
Idiot's Rule, and that was Jane's Addiction.
Correct.
Was that the horn part?
Yes.
Idiot's Rule, something like that.
Correct.
Is that it? Man, I can't remember, man. I ain't listened to that song in a long ass time.
You got it. So we love asking obscure questions, man. So.
Well, I just remember for some reason I was thinking James Brown. When we made up that part. That sounds like a James Brown thing. Bam.
Yeah.
It's rule air, right? Idiots rule. You got the echo on fucking Perry's voice. Yeah. Yep.
Any stories you want to tell about that track or that recording at all, or was it pretty dry?
Man, you know what? I can't remember. I remember we walked into the studio. There was a little table sitting on the side with a glass and maybe a cup of coffee. And it was a window, and it was kind of dark. It was a candle in the corner because they like to have a little spiritual around there when Jane's Addiction is doing shit. Perry likes all that spiritual shit, And me and Walt were in there. I think me and Walt were blowing that.
Oh,
nice.
It was fantastic. It's a fantastic song, and that Soul Kiss video where it shows you a couple little cameos of you and everyone. I had no idea until I watched that video. Angelo, it makes all kinds of sense now. So.
It's called a Soul Kiss video.
It was called the video for the Nothing's Shocking album. It was called Soul Kiss, and they just it was kind of like a little, I don't know, documentary.
Well, now the album is called Nothing's Shocking?
Yeah, Jane's Addiction, Nothing's Shocking. That's why we named our podcast.
See, when you ask me this stuff, if you notice, I hardly don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's because I am so in. I'm the kind of person that's really inward, I guess. I'm really self-consumed. I'm really inward. I don't keep up with too much shit that's going on out there with anybody else's releases. If I'm listening to any music, it ain't really nothing up to date. I mean, I'll hear some shit that's up to date or that's in my community, but I don't listen to it on a regular or really indulge myself in it.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. And because I guess in order to be the kind of musician and artist that I am, I guess I got to be on the narcissistic train like a motherfucker, man. My daughter and my mother told me, Angelo, you're a narcissist. And they were saying that shit like it was a bad thing, like some Trump narcissism or something. And I'm like, well, at first I was kind of like, oh, that's fucked up. They think I'm a narcissist. But then I thought to myself, well, as long as I ain't hurting nobody, I could, all this music I got in my head, and the music I got in my head is taking up the majority of my brain space and my time. I need to get it out.
Yeah.
And so it takes the majority of my time because I'm thinking about the music in my head, all the music and all the concepts and the stories and the art and shit. It's all coming from me, right? And I'm doing the majority of it myself, not all of it, but the majority of it myself because it's what I keep hearing. You know, the shit that I be doing is like on some one of a kind shit, you know. So I got to get it out of my head all by myself. And so, and whoever's going to help me, they get drawn in like a black hole. And I guess I do look like a narcissist when I'm going, but I need this music to sound like this. I need for this drum part to go do, 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 do. I need for this organ to go real like that, right? And after a while, it's, yeah, I guess I don't hear what anybody else is doing.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I do, if I do, it's for a short amount of time, and then it goes out of my fucking head. Listen to what I got in my studio, dude. I got this shit. Look, listen here. Look. So I got drums in here. Yeah. Right, so I got my drums in the studio.
Yeah.
It's what I call my medicine cabinet, right?
Yeah.
It's called a medicine cabinet. Okay, and then I got this right here. I got my organ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can hear that? Can you hear that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do my post, and then I got this big crazy fucking piano here in the other room. See, listen, here's a brand new step song right here. Listen. Listen. That's Castaway. Oops. Yeah. See, that's the beginning.
That was
Very nice.
fantastic. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, man. I'm sorry about that, dude. Got a little carried away and shit, right? You know?
It's all fun.
all right, Jeff, go ahead. We got,
All right.
got a few more.
Yeah, I was watching the Everyday Sunshine, the story of Fishbone last night. Pretty cool documentary about your band.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we met in junior high school, man.
You guys,
We got about 13, 14 albums out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, hey, that will lead into the next question. You know, 1988, Truth and Soul was released. That being said, it was the album that kind of released during my high school and Jeff's high school years. That album really catapulted you and the rest of the band to a bigger audience. Was the creation of that album amongst you and the rest of the band? Were you guys feeling any pressure from the record label?
Wait, which one again?
Truth and Soul.
Did we feel any pressure from the record label?
Yeah, to sound a certain way, or did they just kind of like leave you alone and say just create? How did that work out for you guys?
Well, afterward, when we got to Give a Monkey a Brain and He'll Swear He's a Sinner in the Universe, that's when they started talking, y'all need to make us a hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's when we got off of, that's when Sony dropped us, and we got off of Sony, and we went to Rowdy Records.
Mm-hmm.
We got signed by Rowdy, Dallas Austin. And then after we got off of Dallas Austin, I remember working. We were on this label called Disney. What is it? Hollywood Records. And I remember we ended up working with this guy named Steve Lindsay. And Steve Lindsay, he was a good guy, but he was an asshole too. This guy pulled a gun to me. He pulls a gun to my head in the studio, and he says, "You're going to make a hit for the record company, and you need to stop resisting, and you need to change your lyrics. You need to change your lyrics for this song. It's called The Suffering. You remember The Suffering?"
Yes.
Yeah. So I ended up changing the second and third verse for The Suffering. And I was working. He brought in some white lady, this country singer. She was a nice lady. I can't remember her name. But he was like, "Angelo, nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear this." And then the band was going, "Come on, Angelo, cooperate with the man. You're wasting our time. Why don't you just stop being so stubborn?" Yeah, that's what I kept hearing. So after that experience, I would never change any lyrics to my song ever again.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, change the lyrics to your song in hopes that it'll become a hit on the radio. That was the golden carrot on the end of the string.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to get a hit. You're going to get a hit on the radio with this one, son.
Well,
See, that's the kind of bullshit you got to hear when you're trying to make your dreams come true, and you're trying to, get all the lyrics and the music out of your head, but then you got somebody on the outside of you telling you that your shit ain't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it this way, it's gonna make it big, and it don't change a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So after that experience, I thought to myself, man, I just need to write what I need to write and play what I need to play, regardless. Because once it's out there for the people to hear, the only person that's going to be full of regret is the one that changed their lyrics.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to go through regret, they're going to have to go through a whole bunch of changes and therapy and all kind of shit not to get that way. Because that'll send you down a bad road, being untrue to your art and your profession.
Absolutely. All right, so I got one more question for you, and then we'll leave you alone for the night. Is that a deal?
Okay.
So your solo work, Dr. Mad Vibe, it's been going since 2000. Your last Dr. Mad Vibe album was released in 2016. Will we be hearing any new Dr. Mad Vibe material in the future?
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank God.
Hell yeah. So I got an art installation that I'm putting together. It comes with a double album for Dr. Mad Vibe and the Missing Links, and it's all the material re-recorded from the Angelo Show CD from my Kickstarter. And so I got a band of guys that have helped me manifest that vision. And so we've been doing different shows here and there. It's like a five-piece band. As a matter of fact, man, we have a stream show Friday night with the band with Green Jello.
Oh,
At least some of the guys from Green Jello. Yeah, you know about Green Jello,
yeah,
right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So Bill Manspeaker wants to do a thing every Friday night, and I want my band, the Missing Links, to be a part of it, and it's going to be a good opportunity to play. Hopefully we'll be making some money from it. It really sucks because nowadays, ever since Spotify came into the picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Spotify came into the picture. What's the other one that was exploiting Metallica's music? Napster.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since those motherfuckers came into the picture, and then Spotify and stuff like that, non-musicians and non-artists, they love it. Musicians like me, it's a double sword, because first you get to put the music out there and everybody gets to know about you, but they're not paying you nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They pay you like 3 cents a song, and then they make it hard for you to figure out how to get your money, your measly ass money that they give you. After you give them your music that's come from your heart, your most narcissistic depths of your soul, it's come from there, and they just take it and give it away for free. Yeah. So I'm like, in these times of King Corona, while King Corona's rolling, it's time for musicians and artists to rebuild their own record company.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Try their best to take their sales into their own hands. And if they're going to deal with a record company, Make sure you keep all the masters. Make sure they don't own your music, because if they own your music, they own your soul. And that's what they call selling your soul to the devil. That's what that is.
Yeah.
When you sign a contract that says for perpetuity away to a record company like Fishbone did, and then the next thing you know, you can't even use your own music without their permission. We can't even play our videos. I couldn't even play one of my Fishbone videos out there, and then Sony took it down, and we had to get permission to play our own video.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it took a week or two, and you got to wait around. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Well, Angelo, we are out of our allotted time. We want to thank you so much for
thank you so much.
Damn, I ended with, what the fuck is this?
It's perfect. And how appropriate. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, we want to
look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so everybody listening, make sure you check out my website. It's thebrandnewstep.com. Check that out, because that's got all the Brand New Step stuff on there. It's got all the music, videos, and lyrics. If it's under construction, and it won't be that much longer. Then there's Dr. Mad Vibe and the Missing Links. I got a T-shirt drive going on right now for my David Bowie T-shirts, my Nigga Stardust and David Bowie T-shirts. I did when I was doing Celebrate the Bowie tour in 2017, and I got a drive going on with that right now. You can go to my website and you can get a bunch of them shirts. I got posters that I'm selling up on Dr. Mad Vibe. I got the Green Jello thing going on every Friday night, greenjellyvision.com. You can see me on there with Bill Mann, speaker cutting up, and I got stuff, and I got my show, The Mirror of What, every Monday on Facebook, and then I got the Angelo show, but you got to be a subscriber to get on the Angelo show, so that you got to go to Patreon, patreon.com/Angelo Moore. You can be a subscriber. $5 a month, you can be a subscriber. You can see what I got. $10, you get to see more. $15, you get to see everything.
Nice.
Well, I guess I don't have to ask you if you needed to promote anything, because that was going to be my next question. You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Oh, dude, I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this fucking internet algorithm rhythm. Fucking post at the right time, shit. Hey, everybody, look, I'm eating a cupcake. Hey, everybody, I'm picking my nose. Look at me now. I'm brushing my teeth.
Hey, whatever works. So we're going to have this episode after Jeff edits it. He's our editing wizard here. We'll have it up ready for you in about 2.5 weeks, and when it's ready to go, I'll send it to Chris. I'll email it to him, and please share it in your socials everywhere. We'd really appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great, man. I sure the hell will.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Man, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Fight the grip of death.